Hi everyone, we the students of Sivagiri Sree Narayan Senior Secondary School are here to celebrate National Math Day. The students of class 11 have organized various programs. Come on, let's take a look at it. It was a terrible day for me. In school, they were celebrating Ramanujan's birthday. So because of that, there was a quiz competition. And they were constantly asking me questions about Ramanujan. I couldn't answer a single question. And after the competition, everyone was making fun of me. Who is this Ramanujan sister? Can you please tell me? Ramanujan was a great mathematician. It's no big deal learning about him. Come with me, I'll tell you everything about him. Who was Srinivasa Ramanujan? Did he really know about infinity? Let's check it out. Ramanujan, the fire which caused spontaneous outbreak in the history of mathematics. He was a great mathematician born on the year 1887 on 22nd of December. At the age of 22, he married Janaki Ammal when she was 10 years old. Synopsis of Elementary Results in Pure and Applied Mathematics was the book that influenced Ramanujan to create his own proofs and theories in mathematics. Ramanujan's pi formula. At first, he wrote down 17 ways to find pi, but this was a very large series. So, he discovered a new series which could find pi much more easily. This series gets you to the value of pi after the first term and adds 8 correct digits per term. He failed in other subjects, so lost his scholarship from Madras University. Later on, he received a scholarship from both Trinity and Cambridge. He started writing letters to Cambridge professors. The first 2 letters went unnoticed, but the third letter was answered by G.H. Hardy, the person who helped him to secure a scholarship. Let's know more about them from Gauri.
The laws of nature are nothing but the mathematical thoughts of God. Srinivasa Ramanuja, a world-renowned mathematician, also known as the man who knew infinity. His talent and efficiency was recognized by G.H. Hardy, a British mathematician who arranged for him to be a student at Cambridge University. Hardy was his friend and mentor for many years. Both of them collaborated on many mathematical problems. A famous anecdote about Ramanujan during this time relates to when Hardy arrived at his house in a cab numbered 1729. Hardy claimed to this number to be uninteresting, but Ramanujan said, "No, it is a very interesting number. It is the only number which can be represented in 2 forms as the cubes of 2 numbers." This number was later known as the Hardy-Ramanujan number, and such numbers are referred to as taxicab numbers. Ramanuja proved over 3,000 theorems, identities, and equations. He conducted major investigation on polar form, modular form, divergent series, hypergeometric series, and prime number theory. He also figured out various methods for the calculation of the value of pi, which are used by modern computers to compute the value of pi to ever-increasing accuracy levels. Eventually, though, the frustrated Ramanuja spiraled into depression and illness, and even attempted suicide once. After a period in a sanatorium and a brief visit to his family, he passed away in 1922 at the tragically young age of 32. Some of his original and highly unconventional researches, such as Ramanuja prime and Ramanuja theta function, have inspired amounts of other research and have applications in various fields. We need more creative brains like Ramanuja in the present world. Such brains should be molded in classrooms. No doubt the seeds of Ramanuja's garden have been blown away and is now growing all over the world. Thank you.
Tricky max puzzle. Using these 6 crayons, can you make 4 triangles? Solution. Using 3 crayons, we can make the digit 4, and using the balance 3 crayons, we can make the triangle. Find me. I am a number. I am not an odd number. I am higher than 90. I am not higher than 100. If you subtract me from 100, you get nothing. Solution. Let's consider the number be x. We know x is greater than 90 and x is less than 100. If you subtract x from 100, you get 0. So the answer is 100.
Solve the puzzle if you are a genius. Solution. In A, we have 1 plus 3 is equal to 4 and 2 into 4 is equal to 8, which we have it as a middle number. Coming to C, 3 plus 2 is equal to 5 and 4 into 5 is equal to 20, which is the middle number. And in D, 3 plus 6 is equal to 9 and 9 multiplied with 2 gives 18, which is a middle number. And coming to B, we can assume the number to be x, and by solving the required equation, we get the number as 11. Therefore, we get x is equal to 11.
This is called a Japanese trick to find squares. We need to find the square of 83. First, in the first step, we need to find the square of 8 and 3, which is 64 and 9. In the second step, we multiply the product of these two numbers by 2, which is 48. Now we need to add these two and we get the answer of this square, which is 6889. In the second question, we have 98 square. We need to find the square of 9, which is 81, and the square of 8, which is 64. Now we multiply the product of these two numbers by 2. We get 144. Now we add these two numbers and we get the square of 98, which is 9602. Another example is the square of 607. The first two digits of the answer will be the square of the first digit of the question, which is 6, and its square is 36. The last two digits of the answer will be the square of the last digit of the question, which is 7, and its square is 49. Now the middle two digit will be twice the product of the first and last term, which will be 2 into 6 into 7, which is 84. Now we get the square of 607 is equal to 3684.
This method is called multiplication using lines. Here lines are taken as numbers. Here this is 32, here 3 lines, and 2, here 2 lines. And other side it is drawn vertically, so that this is the 4 lines of that 4 and this is the 1 line of that 1, and the points are counted. In this case, here this is divided into 3 segments, 1, 2 and 3. This is the first segment. The points in this segment are placed in the 1's place, that is 2, and points in this third segment is placed at the last place. We know that in multiplication of two two-digit number, the maximum digit in the product side is 4. So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, and give a space in between that two numbers and count this 3 and this point together. This 3 and 8, 11, and put 1 here and carry over this 1, this 2 here, and the product will be 1, 3, 1, 2. In this case, we are multiplying two 3-digit number in the figure form. In first, we are dividing the figure into 5 segments and counting the point in the first segment to get the first place of the unit of the product side. And here it is 3, and going to the second segment and counting the points, there is 14 and 1 carry on. Then the third segment, there are 18 points and adding this one, this will become 19 and 1 carry off. And going to fourth, there are 16 plus 4, 20, 21, 20 plus 1, 21. And carrying this 2, and in the last there is 8 and it become 10. And this is your product of 4 2 3 into 2 4 1.
So in this video I'll be showing you how to find the square of a number ending in 5. First of all, let me show it to you with the help of some examples. The first example is 65 square. So to find the square of 65, first of all we have to add 1 with 6. Then we get 7. We have to multiply 6 with 7. 6 into 7 is equal to 42, and 42 is considered as the first two places of our answer. Then we have to know the square of 5. So 25 is the square of 5. So 25 is considered as the last two places of our answer. So our answer is 4225. I can show you some other examples like 55 square. To find the square of 55, first of all we have to add 1 with 5, we get 6. Then multiply 5 with 6, we get 30, and 30 is considered as the first two places of our answer. Then we take the square of 5, that is 25, so our answer is 3025.
Memorizing technometric values has always been a nightmare to many of us. Here, we're going to show you a simple trick to memorize the values using your fingers. So for that, take your left hand, let the little finger represent 0 degree, the ring finger represent 30 degree, the middle finger represent 45 degree, the index finger represent 60 degree, and the thumb represent 90 degree. So let's begin by finding out the values of sine. For that, count the number of fingers below, take the square root of that and divide it by 2. Let's see how we can find out the value of sine 0. For that, count the number of fingers below the little finger. Below little finger, we don't have any fingers, so by the formula, the value of sine 0 is root 0 by 2, that is 0. Now, let's find out the value of sine 30. The number of fingers below the ring finger is 1, so by the formula, the value of sine 30 is root 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2. Now, let's find out the value of sine 45. The number of fingers below the middle finger is 2, so by the formula, the value of sine 45 is root 2 by 2. By rationalizing, we get 1 by root 2. Now, let's find out the value of sine 60. The number of fingers below index finger is 3, so by the formula, the value of sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Now, let's find out the value of sine 90. The number of fingers below the thumb is 4, so by the formula, the value of sine 90 is root 4 by 2, that is 1.
Like sine for cos, the only difference is we are going to count the number of finger above instead of counting it below. So first let's find cos 0. Here the number of finger above the little finger is 4. Then by using the formula cos 0 will be root 4 by 2, that is equal to 1. Now let's find cos 30. Above the ring finger there are 3 fingers, so by the formula cos 30 will be root 3 by 2. Now let's find cos 45. So above the middle finger there are 2 fingers, so cos 45 will be root 2 by 2. By rationalization it will be 1 by root 2. Next is cos 60. Above the index finger there is only 1 finger, so cos 60 will be root of 1 by 2, that is equal to 1 by 2. Now let's find cos 90. Above thumb there is no finger, so cos 90 will be root 0 by 2, that we can write it as 0.
Tan is very different from sine and cos. For tan, we flip our hand. Observe the little finger is 0 degree, ring finger is 30 degree, middle finger is 45 degree, index finger is 60 degree, and thumb is 90 degree. Now the formula to find tan is root of fingers above by root of fingers below. So, if you want to find tan 0, first count the numbers above the little finger and then below the little finger. We can see that there is no fingers above little finger and there are 4 fingers below little finger. Now the value of tan 0 is equal to root of 0 by root of 4, that is 0. Now let's find tan of 30. We can see that above ring finger there is one finger and below there are 3. By formula tan 30 will be root of 1 by root of 3, that is equal to 1 by root 3. Now let's find tan 45. We can see that above and below the middle finger there are 2 fingers each. So tan 45 is equal to root of 2 by root of 2, which is 1. Now we can find tan 60. We can see that above index finger there are 3 fingers and below there is 1 finger. Now tan of 60 will be root of 3 by root of 1, that is root of 3. Now let's find tan of 90. We can see that above thumb there are 4 fingers and below there is no finger. By formula we get root of 4 by root of 0. We know that if the denominator is 0 then fraction is not defined. Therefore tan of 90 comes out to be not defined.